Okay, welcome back, guys. Welcome back to our channel. Again, a special guest again from Malaysia, Bitcoin in Malaysia. It's Jesper, right? It's been a while, like
Uh,
Jesper.
Hello, hi guys, hi Iman.
Yes,
It's been a while.
exactly. It's been a while. We last met, not really met actually, when we have, we had like Twitter space before, right? And then
Yes,
you come up and then you become a speaker, and then that's when we met, right?
yeah, I remember. I think it was Twitter. Yeah, I think on Twitter, and you kind of invite me to have this podcast. I think earlier of this year, if I'm mistaken, earlier or
Yeah,
last year.
I know. Yeah, exactly. But the
Yeah,
the 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 very first moment was, when we had, like Bitcoin global conference from what is called, you remember, right? I mean, global Bitcoin
yes,
conference. Yeah, and
yes.
then you come to the Indonesia states. That's why we met, right? And then
Oh
yeah,
yes, the one that was invited by who's the guy name? The name of the guy I
Lucas,
forgot the
Lucas
name of
from
the guy.
Lucas. Yeah,
Lucas, yeah, Lucas.
yeah, I know.
I think he was in what, Vietnam during that time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yes, he
yeah.
was.
So that's why I came about to I actually just answer question and also um have to ask question. I mean, just ask question about what's the next step for Bali. I mean, for Indonesia.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
if there is a place for Indonesia to start Bitcoin in terms of using Lightning Network or something like that, maybe Bali is a good spot for Indonesia to start or to kick off instead of Jakarta or something like that. Tourist attraction because a lot of people from international will come to Bali and they definitely know something about Bitcoin, at least something about that, then maybe can adopt from there. But yeah, I think one of the people are saying something about the rules and the regulation. So it's quite tricky to start off something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Because that's when the adoption grows. It's only a matter of time before Bali will become one of those Bitcoin hub. I don't know. It's only a matter of
Hmm.
time. But before I gotta start with the video, can you share a little bit more about yourself and yeah, how you get into Bitcoin rabbit hole for the very first time? Yeah.
Okay, about myself, when I think about my Bitcoin, I just don't know where to start. Telling about all about myself. Should I tell about myself more, or should I just less talking about it? I
Yeah,
would
you
just
just
say,
you can share
yeah.
whatever you like. I mean, like how your story in Bitcoin. I mean, yeah, first got into Bitcoin. I
I
mean, maybe
yeah,
you
I
have.
started
Okay.
yeah, I started my Bitcoin back in, I would just say earlier during the COVID year. So that's 2020. But um to talk about the journey knowing about the Bitcoins actually has been goes back all the way like 2000 uh 14 13 something like that. But then I knew Bitcoin as a name but not knew doesn't know about Bitcoin by like the technical of it or what is it and how does it look like or something like that. So I didn't know. So instead I just like forget about it, and then I fast forward until 2018. I because I live because I live in KL, Kuala Lumpur, for a very long time. I Yeah, I have a friend who suddenly they said, "Hey, do you want to start investment on Bitcoin?" Yeah, sure. It's like I don't know what is that, but I just know yes, no, I do not know.
Yeah.
And they say something about Bitcoin mining in
Yeah.
Thailand. They have this company going on in Thailand for
Yeah.
to mine Bitcoin. So I still do not know what is it.
Yeah.
Is it like mining? You have to dig like something or something you have to work
Yeah.
on the shovels or something like that. So no, it's actually just a machine and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
yeah, and then okay, cool. What about the price and how should I this one? And they talk about, I think the price during that time was very much less around. I don't remember in ringgit, but I think I remember in dollar will be around 8,000. I think
Yeah.
7,000 or 6,000.
Yeah.
So $6,000, $8,000. So the price was like very much, interesting during that time. So people still can afford to buy at least one Bitcoin. Um, but then again, it still doesn't link or doesn't sync to my thoughts whether should I get it or not, should I buy it, what is it? I still do not know because not even talking about the wallet itself, I still do not know what is it. So and then fast forward again up until the COVID year, the COVID time. So that's when everyone start to get involved in so many stuff on internet, TikTok.
Yeah,
So, yeah, just crazy stuff going on.
exactly.
Yeah, it's just so many things going on. And then I start to know about Bitcoin through Twitter, through Michael Saylor, through so many others. It's not just Michael
Yeah,
Saylor. I think it
yeah,
was even before that. So that's why I try to say, oh, okay, there's this Bitcoin stuff, and then what else next? Then I discover about Lightning,
yeah,
and then even during before that, I knew about because not I knew, but I involved myself in trading, forex. There's no hiding. Of course, everyone did something.
yes, exactly.
So so I did that. And still not. I'm not saying still doing it, but I'm just saying like spare time.
Yeah, exactly. It's okay.
So
Yeah,
yeah, I just so from there I start to realize about damn, I was like, there's so many money printer going on. Like
yeah,
when you have a team that says, okay, hey guys, let's print more dollars tomorrow. Let's print more dollars the
yeah,
next day. What is your goal for tomorrow? Maybe $1,000 whatever. So it's like, I don't understand the word like, okay, they say printing more money, printing. Then what about the supply? Do they know how much is it in circulation or something like that? So that's when I start to think like why is it this supply and demand keep on trying to be somewhere at the equilibrium
yeah,
that area when you learn trade when you learn how to trade and then you start to learn about uh supply and demand, right? And then
yeah,
that's when I start to discover a little bit more about Bitcoin and then why Bitcoin doesn't doesn't go beyond like 21 million coins. So I just like, okay, this is interesting. Why is it fixed that way? And then I start to discover it, start to learn bit by bit, and then just like everyone, very much like a pleb. I'm not a developer or I'm not a engineer or whatever. I'm just very much just normal like everyone.
yeah, exactly.
Uh,
It's okay.
but so that's how I think Bitcoin kind of like help to suppress or try to stop, not to stop lah, but I will say trying to reduce the inflationary,
Yeah,
situation.
exactly. Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah,
that's
because
how I
that's
discover it.
yeah, we all know that, right? I mean, the game is rigged, right? We all know that, and the cheap money is being printed over and online. So yeah, the Bitcoin is hope for some people, especially in the development countries. But at the same time, please, be aware of yourself first before making a
Yeah,
decision. That's why invest in yourself is the better way to go. So yeah,
true.
how I mean, you get into shitcoin as well at the very beginning, or maybe you just realize Bitcoin have potential. Because what was your aha moment actually to become Bitcoin, maybe maximalist? What do you want to call it? Right?
I how do you say? Okay. Yeah, from fiat traders to to
Yeah,
Bitcoin to Bitcoin, just a stacker, so Bitcoin stackers or sat stackers. Um, Actually, it was very much how to say straightforward, very straightforward understanding that says, look, when you have so much money printed, so you don't really see the value that comes to it because you feel like yeah you can have so many papers on your hands, but then again, how does it translate that to the real situation? You have to pay more for it. At the end of the day, you still get the same amount that you paid back in those days the because of the tax, because of the inflation, because of the price keep hiking up. That's that kind of like open up my mind and they say, is there any something like, that help to lower down the inflation rate or something like that? And then, so that's when I discovered Bitcoin through, I'm not sure what was it, but it was through a shitcoin lah. But I didn't invest in shitcoin. It's just a shitcoin. It's just a shitcoin. What is that? Projects. So many projects like on in the web, in the space. So it's like, but I didn't take any opportunity to take it. None of it. Honestly speaking, I don't have any wallet of them. Even you say in my wallet right now, I don't even have any crypto wallet. I only have Bitcoin only wallet.
Yeah.
So uh that's I never touched, not to say like, not touching any shitcoin. It's just that I see it, I saw it, and I learn from the progression of it, and then to see like from the surface level. Oh, okay. The shitcoin is like this. But they didn't say shitcoin, but it was like altcoin and stuff like that. But still,
Yeah.
those
Yeah,
are still
exactly.
shitcoin. Yeah, for Bitcoin,
Mm.
Bitcoiners. But then yeah, from there I start to learn a little bit more history. Okay, you know what? I just go back to the history. I just want to know what's Bitcoin, who started it, from Satoshi Nakamoto and stuff like that, and start to learn why is it that he or she or they or a group of people, I do not know.
Yeah.
I just call him, and and being anonymous is so cool because that's kind of celebrity, kind of like
Yeah,
uh
exactly. Yeah.
a very very celebrity kind of thing. So you just keep yourself anonymous. So, but and then for some reason, I just find that he's really, really honest in terms of just giving out all the codes to all
Yeah.
the developers, and everyone who wants to do it, just do it. Who wants to mine, just mine it. But then extend and expand the network all over the world. So
Yeah.
everyone's kind of receiving it really, really slowly, really, really
Yeah.
nicely. But yes, of course, there always be intervention of something. People will definitely go against it, like those governments and other people who doesn't really like this kind of idea because they
Yeah.
knew that when this thing happened, their wealth will be distributed all over the world.
Yeah.
So they do not want that. They just want to keep it to themselves. So that's how it works. And yeah, that's just the thing that I started to really, really touching on the topic of Bitcoin and how Bitcoin really helped me out. And then that's why until now I just help the Malaysian in terms of I think about my own people as well. Of course, everyone will think about something. Maybe their friends or family first, and after that your neighbors, your society, your community, and and even the people that you are in, that you close contact with, or you just want to share about Bitcoin. They just want to share about how good it is
Yeah.
for every single person in this world. So, and that's why I get tapped myself into one project from Bitcoin space. And I do not know what is it at first. Maybe should I get into Bitcoin magazine? Should
Yeah.
I tap myself into translating? Should I tap
Yeah.
myself into something else? So at the end of the day, I just like, okay, I just found out about this Noah. So Noah was the thing that I found out last year.
Yeah.
So they're still in baby steps in terms of trying to develop because they don't have a fixated headquarters, but they
Yes.
do have like a team of people around the world. There's also in London.
Yeah.
Um, that's when I get to know Shah, get to know Barachani, something like that. Those
Yeah.
developers, those engineers. So it's really cool to have a conversation with them. And then in terms of chat, in terms of from Twitter space,
Yeah.
uh, yeah, that's why I really, really get Bitcoin.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's quite a whole story, because some people, of course, maybe when the first time come out about Bitcoin, oh, Bitcoin is too expensive, it's too high, cannot
Hmm.
affordable for some people. But they will get the price they deserve, So that's that's the unique
Yeah,
about Bitcoin, and people think that the shitcoin is cheap, but at the same time, the supply is unlimited, right? So
true,
yeah, that's
true.
it's not about the fundamentals, It's about the tokenomics as well, because yeah, what's the point of having coins, right? Because the coin is not like a stock, because when it's stock, you have a cash flow, right? Whether your
Mm,
company is it's not scalable, maybe there has some potential to the upside, but that's not the case with crypto, right? And crypto is just greater fool's theory, and that's why it's not so
yeah,
sustainable for the long run, right? So yeah, we all
yeah,
know, right? Yeah.
yeah.
So
That's
yeah, yeah, sorry. Yeah. Okay, say
no,
something.
just that's why like Bitcoin they don't give you like interest rate and stuff like that. That you don't get that from Bitcoin because it is what it is. It is being mined and that's it. There's nothing else. It's just if you want to keep using it, just be within the same network. So if you wanna shitcoin yourself or you wanna fiat yourself, then yeah, exit from Bitcoin. Just enjoy your fiat world.
Yeah.
So but then again, Bitcoin purpose has always been like want to you know s- uh, lowering down the inflation rate and then keeping that wealth and energy and power and
Yeah.
also freedom, a lot of freedom going on in
Yeah.
just one Bitcoin alone. There's so much philosophies, there's so much subjects that you can talk about when it comes to Bitcoin. It can be biology, it can be physics, it can be math,
Yeah.
it can be spiritual, it can be
Yeah.
anything. So everyone will appreciate that in that sense. Regardless, I mean, where you're coming from,
Yes.
Bitcoin can imbue or can glue together to your natural culture and
Yes.
society, and how do you work around with it?
Yeah. Because yeah, that's the obvious thing about protocols. There's no discrimination. It's for everyone. So yeah, Bitcoin is an answer. For many maybe discrimination or something like that. But yeah, that's the true decentralization. Unlike the other shitcoin who claim to be decentralized, but it's really
Yeah,
not, right? So yeah, that's the
yeah,
classic one. So we keep educating about people. Yeah, because some people maybe still have no idea what Bitcoin is all about. So yeah, we're still at early stage. What do you think? We still early stage, or we
definitely.
maybe in the middle? I don't know.
Definitely, we are in the early stage because not there are not so many people know about because if you want to talk about the millennials or the boomers, they're still in the stage of trying to absorb the understanding of Bitcoin. But the Generation Z is very much easy to absorb
Yeah.
understanding, so they have the capacity to accept changes very quickly. But for boomers, it's very hard for them to understand to keep track. Even okay, let's say I just for example, I had this situation when I tell my one of the boomers, someone who I
Yeah.
met,
Exactly.
that person will definitely talk about banks, that talks about
Yeah.
money, and that talk about the investment, stocks, or whatever. And then I just like, okay, fine. Uh, and
Exactly.
I myself have the privilege to understand that part and also the crypto world, but definitely the Bitcoin world foremost.
Yeah.
So then I said, okay, look, that's a huge difference between both of us, but we can find common ground is that we have a freedom to choose and we have a freedom to say something. That's the best thing that we can do right now, is to find common ground within this space, whether you are the traditional way of doing financial transactions or the way how we're doing like in the space in the blockchain space
Yeah.
or something like that and that's why and again it's not easy for boomers to really into it because they yeah when it comes to the technical part is very complex for them and
Yeah.
then yeah trying to educate is not easy but we need to have um if I want to say a centralized education platform
Yeah.
for Bitcoin that is equal for everyone, then that's good because everyone can contribute or
Yeah.
something like that. But it has to be like, but then when I think about Bitcoin again, education is free when it
Yeah.
comes to Bitcoin. Education is should be open, should be easy to be understood, and
Yeah.
should be, yeah. But again, because of the government, we are governed by the governments within our own countries. There are certain set of governments. Then we need to abide to their rules. We need to abide to their laws and also the policy. What if, like for example, El Salvador right now, they accept, like right now they accept Bitcoin as a legal tender, so they are able to give that privilege to their people to educate, to
Yeah.
create a system of education about Bitcoin, to give them a free of chance, whether they want to know or not is up to them. They there are certain schools like I think Pax Full, right? I think Pax
Yeah.
Full is working together with the government or the NGO or something to have this
Yeah.
school primer, something like that, like primer Bitcoin or something. So they give diploma certification
Yeah.
to those who wants to learn Bitcoin. So which is a very good thing because we can see that Salvador become the center of Bitcoin education and also learning and experience. So from there, we can take that experience to our own
Yeah.
country and mold it according to the way how we learn here. So maybe Indonesia is different, maybe Malaysia is different, but the fundamental is the same. We're learning about Bitcoin. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
it's just that the government needs to learn how to stack sats. That's it, and to
Yeah.
keep that and preserve that for the people. So I think, and again, we are still in a very, very early stage because we we still governed by this world banks. We have government banks, and we are still by this, yeah, by these countries' banks, and we have yet to come to a conclusion where okay, all banks will adopt Bitcoin. We haven't hear anything, but we only hear the merging of cryptocurrency with Bitcoin in a bank. Something like we will accept custodial, we become a guardian for your coins or something like that. So they
Yeah.
would like to do that, but it's not about, it's not about just about them. It's just about people who wants to take care of their own wealth and sovereign, and they have their own sovereign
Yeah.
and their freedom to choose to keep their own wealth. That's the thing. The real thing about Bitcoin is to preserve your own wealth and your own energy and time.
Yeah, absolutely. Because yeah, the very first time where, in the history, like I, wrote in a thread to the former minister where
Yeah,
the other assets is not really yours, right? I mean, the government can take it away from you, so that's
yeah,
why
yeah,
it's a revolutionary thing to say the least. And Bitcoin is the answer for most people, maybe in the development country, like I said before, for example, like Sri Lanka or something that have no access to their assets, to their rights. But yeah, let's see. We will learn as time goes by. But at the same time, it's kind of pity, the mass adoption is not still here because Bitcoin is
yeah.
already the solution for all the problems or revolutions in the
True,
world, right?
true.
So since you
Um,
like, yeah, yeah, when you say that you work in Bitcoin, right? And you work for Noah. For those who know, who doesn't know Noah, maybe you can spoil a little bit about themselves. And maybe, yeah, the Noah is also using APY, right? I don't know when you say that Bitcoin is not generating that APY, but at the same time, how it does how did it does harder to hold, because sometimes like hodl out or something who already insolvent because of because of that. I don't know, maybe you can elaborate a little bit more. Yeah.
okay. I first and foremost, I'm not working with Noah. That's
Okay,
the
sorry,
most
sorry. Yeah,
important
my
part.
bad. Yeah.
But it's okay. But the most important part is that I'm I'm just I would say observer. I observe things, but I keep
Yeah.
things to myself as well, just to see how does it work. And
Okay. Yeah.
because Noah is something I observe for a very long time. Even those who came into Noah, those teams working Noah, they knew about me because I've been there like an OG for Noah, but
Yeah.
I'm just like behind the scene. I do not want to get involved with the team.
Yeah.
Uh, and yeah, I'm a moderator for their Discord group. So it's an Arconauts, so that's what their name. I think somebody suggested an astronaut kind of name, so that's why we call Arconauts for
Yeah.
Noah. So I'm the moderator. I'm just a moderator.
Okay.
Nothing really fancy about that, but one good thing is that I'm able to understand certain things like what is Noah? It's all about. Is it just a wallet? Is it a bank?
Yeah.
So, so Nova is actually a neobank.
Okay.
It is a neobanks. Just much like there's like other. If I'm not mistaken, hold on, let me pull out pull out the guns. Let's
Yeah.
see.
It's okay. Yeah. Up to you. Yeah.
Yeah, I.
What happened? Hello?
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. Yeah.
Um, yeah, Noah is actually a neobank. It's very much like a normal wallet as well. You can say you can actually buy Bitcoin, uh, uh, right in there. You can actually save Bitcoin if you want to, or you can just send Bitcoin to anyone using. They have the functionality the same like any Bitcoin wallet, on chain and also Lightning Network. So so you can send through Lightning address, you can create your own address. But the most important part, I think, Noah, four major pillars of financial inclusion. This is what their beliefs are. They want to send money. That's one. They want a world where anyone can send money to anyone,
Yeah.
anywhere, anytime. Two is earn. They believe that every individuals, no matter what their background is, they should have secure saving. Should have the access to secure savings,
Yeah.
build their wealth, and work towards their financial stability. The third part is pay. So pay basically normal lah. Everyone has the right to pay for essential goods, services without barriers. So there's no barriers to pay something and to receive payments for the things they sell. So the last part will be rewards. It's not actually the last part, but I will say that's just the four major pillars. The rewards. So they believe that participating in this kind of financial revolution, a
Yeah.
person should be rewarded, no matter what, and no matter where you live, what you do, everyone should receive certain things as a reward. So that's one they're trying to give credit, freedom of credit if they choose. They want everyone to have that freedom of credit. Uh, so basically, everyone have able to do it effortlessly. There's no frills, no fees. There's no red tape and nothing to do with that with Noah wallet, Noah app. It's actually right now it's a web-based app.
Yeah.
It's not yet a application,
Yeah.
Apple Store or Play Store,
Yeah.
Android. There's not yet. It's a web-based right now, still in
Yeah.
beta mode program.
Yeah.
And this right now they just basically want you to test if you have the referral code that when you
Yeah.
first registered and you have registered, you receive a referral link where you can share to anyone and anyone really like just like really with anyone, and then you can have like perks. You can become the member of the Noah community. You can become you can be the found you can have the founders badge and so many things cool stuff going on. It's just these all perks
Yeah.
kind of like helping with the hype, giving extra time for Noah developers to make sure they assemble all the things that they need to assemble with the wallet and make sure that the beta app works smoothly for the time
Yeah.
being. That's why they do not want to unleash it during this middle of the year, but they definitely will try to see, uh, try to do from error first, try and error and everything.
Yeah.
From there, we will be able to experience Noah wallet. So right now I am able to experience certain things like I'm able to claim my own Noah.me, which is the Lightning address. So JOA, my full name is Jesper Olson Ajax. So
Yeah.
JOA is my abbreviated initial. So JOA at
Yeah.
Noah.me, and then I can just send and receive Bitcoin from that address right now. So it's really fun. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Uh, in a perspective of normal people who use wallet in yeah, so it's really easy. I even told my friends about it, and then it's so much easier. And I even told them, okay, when you have this and you have that, when you install this, especially the ZBD wallet kind of thing, and then games from there, Thunder or Bitcoin games, you can receive sats, and then you can just send sats that no matter where you want to send it, you can just send to this Lightning address. So you can keep that for yourself. Um, I think that's kind of a cool, interesting, that kind of situation in Bitcoin space where you can connect to each other without worrying which account should I use, you
Yeah.
get what I mean? I don't need to worry about, oh, I should be using Noah only, then I'm able to receive this Bitcoin. No, not
Yeah.
really. It doesn't matter because Noah is part of the arc. We call it arc
Yeah. I know.
because it's so there are so many arc around the world, which is we have Wallet of Satoshi, we have ZBT, we have so many other uh cool wallets out there. Even
Yeah.
even the self-custodial highly recommend wallets. These are the arcs that we should celebrate. We
Yeah.
should celebrate all these arcs to for the people. It's all about for the people and how they can keep their wealth and store their satoshis and Bitcoin wallets. And I'm really happy about that
Yeah.
um because people don't see it really clearly, and people don't really know so much about it. They think that, oh, should I pay to enter? Should I buy? How should I buy? What is the price now? Of course, people will think so much about the price and will think about, is this a trade? Is
Yeah.
this a is this with leverage? No, this is just buy Bitcoin as if you buy gold. It's
Yeah.
just but in that kind of sense, but you buy Satoshi in a smaller amount, and you
Yeah.
don't have to buy one full Bitcoin, of course, because we can't afford that at the moment.
Yeah.
For those,
Absolutely.
of course, yeah, for normal people, definitely they can't afford that. But how do you want to buy it? How do you want to store wealth? So Bitcoin, this Noah, you can actually buy Bitcoin from it. I think they use MoonPay. They use MoonPay to for you to be able to buy Bitcoin. And of course, there are certain premiums and like that because it's quite expensive for some people. I truly understand, truly understand. But if you are able to um stack sats from somewhere else, non-custodial way, and there's no KYC sets. So
Yeah.
yeah, just continue with that, and then you're able to send it to Noah. You're able to send and keep it in the wallet. That's Noah is trying to do right now.
Yeah.
I'm not able
Exactly.
to elaborate. I'm not able to elaborate more of that
Yeah.
because
Exactly. It's okay. Yeah.
because the beta program is still ongoing and it's still yet uh to see. I haven't seen any other features yet. The spend features and the other wallet features. I'm actually looking at my own wallet right now,
Yeah.
which yeah, I am actually looking at my wallet right now. If you want, I can share a screen if you
Yeah. We
think
can
this
do
is
that later,
appropriate.
because yeah, like I
Yeah,
said before. So,
yeah,
uh, and then yeah, that's pretty much about it, guys. So you can
yeah,
decide by yourself whether it's good for you, and then yeah, maybe Noah is one of the solution, right? So you mentioned that before you want to share a screen. Is that or maybe
yeah, yeah,
you want to
yeah.
elaborate
Just
a little bit more? But I don't
yeah,
know.
I can show you how it works in and on my site. How the Bitcoin wallet actually works. So can I share? I think I can share,
Yeah,
right?
I can. You can do that right away. If
Okay, cool. All right, let me just press share. Okay. This is how it looks like so far for Bitcoin wallet. So the entry will be like this. I don't mind to show it to you guys. This is how it looks like, the first page.
Yeah.
It's very simple UI. It's nothing fancy at the moment. Even if I want to press this one, I don't really get anything so far. This is how it looks like. The profile photo hasn't, they don't have any, you can edit profile photo, you want to put avatar or something. They definitely will provide you avatar, but they don't, I think they don't want you to put your own profile picture because it's for your safety, because that's how Bitcoin
Absolutely.
works.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't want you to put that, so they want you to use the avatar instead of your own profile picture. Then in terms of this, very much the same. There's nothing fancy yet. So this is refer a friend. You can refer somebody. You can get you can get your own referral code and then share it to someone else when you register. You get points as well. You get points something like this. This is the NOAA rewards. I get 7,600 plus. I still remember Iman, I remember
Yeah.
that I when I register with Noah, my name was all the way on top. If you remember that one.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember my name was on top for a very long time, and I said, "Man, I really need somebody else to kick me out for number one." So I need
Yeah. Yeah.
somebody
Yeah.
else
Yeah.
to replace it. So because which means that I know that people will start registering and people start to use it and people start to learn how to use beta program. So at least they can learn and how this more no one works in
Yeah.
terms of the position. So it was 30 that time. It was one, and now it's 20, then 30. Means I'm happy that my position is going down and down, which means that there's so many people. Noah wants to this is their motto. They just wants to have people to adopt Bitcoin,
Yeah.
hoping that people, the unbanked people, uh, about 1 billion, 1 billion of
Absolutely.
people around the
Yeah.
world.
Billion people
I
around
have,
the world,
oh,
right?
yeah, maybe 1 billion. That means not by Noah alone, but with all the wallets around the world. With 1 billion adoption,
Yeah.
which means that everyone have the opportunity to use it, so be able to have that opportunity to use Bitcoin in that sense. So that's why I yeah, something like this, save for saving, and a card, this will be coming soon. No one have their own cards as well. It's like Visa kind of
Yeah.
thing. So you have this kind of card. I'm not sure whether it's a prepaid card or it's a debit card. I think it's debit card, if I'm not mistaken, or
Yeah.
a lightning. See, maybe a lightning card or something. Like, I don't know how does it work. So they will definitely have this thing going on. But first thing first, they want to start with a simple wallet first. A simple wallet where you can just buy Bitcoin, or you can sell. You can sell basically, and then you can receive and send. Receive and send is just the same,
Yeah.
using
Is
like
that like simple wallet, right? Yeah.
very very simple. It's just like any other kind of wallet, very very simple. This one also you can send to, like, this one. I have this one for, or maybe I can just send to
Yeah.
my ZBD dot uh dot me, is it? No, dot GG. Yeah, dot GG.
Yeah. I know.
So yeah, I can just send like how many sets. So I just set 100 sets. So, or something like that. And then I just continue. Then I'll just send now. So that's it. It's very, very simple. Nothing really complicated about it. Very, very straightforward. Nothing there's no problem with that. So yeah, when I look at the account, so this is how it looks like. But I need to refresh it so for me to be able to see the activity of it. So
Yeah.
it's not instant. See, now it's, yeah, today. So now it's today.
Yeah.
So you can actually buy with MoonPay. MoonPay, yeah, it's quite expensive. I think it's expensive for some people lah. But if you want to buy it, you can definitely do it. Yeah, there's Indonesian rupiah as well for those who's listening or watching from Indonesia. You can
Yeah. Absolutely. Pay
use this
with
one.
Moonpay, right? Yeah.
Yeah, MoonPay. I have Malaysian ringgit minimum, if I'm not mistaken, 150, if I'm not mistaken. I think so. Yeah. Yep. That's the 150 ringgit minimum. I just
Yeah.
pay that one. This is how much I get if I pay it summary, the network fee. The processing fee is a very expensive. So bear in mind with that. So you just check if you feel concerned about this thing, you just, yeah, just if you want to proceed, you just proceed. If you don't want, it's okay. But still, it's good
Yeah.
because it's not KYC at all for this thing. This is not KYC.
Yeah.
So uh, like I said, it's a very straightforward
Yeah.
forward app. Yeah, that's all about Noah. And of course you can read their
You
uh
have your private
uh,
keys, right?
huh? This one,
Innova's
this okay.
is custodial
Okay.
wallet, or you have your private
Is
keys?
right now it works as a custodial, but
Ah,
there will be a wallet where it's non-custodial, which is you have your own keys for it.
yeah, I
So there's
know. Yeah, but
yeah.
Noah at the
uh,
same time, offers like APY, right? I don't know. Maybe what's
yeah,
your point of view?
yeah.
Because with the recent hodl out or
I
Voyager or something who
yeah,
give the interest to your money. But
yeah,
is this something that makes
yeah.
prevents hyper-Bitcoinization to happen? But I don't know. What's
Be,
your take on that? Right?
Bitcoin for me, Bitcoinization, there will be a mix custodial and non-custodial kind of situation. It will not just be non-custodial itself, unless one is really, really, really expert, or one is has been taught in a such way that no one can learn non-custodial way very easy. Of course, there are other wallet also non-custodial, because one thing about Noah, they support that you to send Bitcoin
Yeah.
from here to your non-custodial. They don't want you to just, of course, they want you to stay within the system because they create this thing, right? But then, of course, they want you to experience how to send and receive. That's their main goal is to be able to help people use Bitcoin wallet as simple as they can. There no It's hassle free, for example. So there's no complication in using a Bitcoin wallet. And of course, they also support for you to send Bitcoin from here to your non-custodial wallet or to your cold storage. Of course, no one will definitely, like, in the long run, when adoption of Bitcoin and also people who will use Noah wallet will be so much more, and then definitely they create maybe a way that you can save your save your Bitcoin, or save your sats into cold storage. So I'm looking forward for that. I'm looking forward for that because that is the best way to self-sovereign, is to cold storage.
Yeah, cold
So
storage and self custody and so all of that, and
yeah,
building your Lightning as well. So yeah, making Bitcoin fully decentralized. Not unlike
yeah,
the other thing that ever exists on this planet. So I agree with you. But
yeah,
at the same time, when recent, but not really insolvent, but I think the recent crash that brings that sells you also over interest or something like that. Do you think that
uh,
is it possible to any entrepreneur to build on top of Bitcoin? Because at the same time, when it comes to like fully decentralized, you cannot have like service that or become centralized again, right? So what are your thoughts on that?
yeah. My take on that, um again, back to choice. So
Exactly.
every individuals have their own choice, how they want to work with and how they're going to participate in the ecosystem. Of course, we definitely will hear a lot of Bitcoin maxis will go forward for self custody, and because we need these people. Well, it's not like they don't care. They definitely care so much. They care so much because they want us to be safe.
Yeah.
They want us to be able to keep things for ourselves. That's
Yeah.
what their main goal is, to for those who want to how to say, very enthusiastic on this topic, self custody, self sovereign. Being a toxic makes you toxic, but
Yeah,
that's a
exactly.
different. Yeah, that's a different thing. But it's still the same purpose, which is they want you to keep it for yourself. You know,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna talk in a sense of from my own personal experience and from my own uh, as a pleb, as someone who's new into this space. I just bless you.
Yeah, exactly.
So I just want people to feel like their wealth can be stored somewhere that is safe, that you are the only person that can have it. There's no need for government intervention for that, and no third party will intervene your privacy. So I want that to be a reality at some point. Maybe not my time, because my future generations, our
Yeah.
future generations, will have to decide if if we want to progress even further. We have to find a way to keep things to ourselves first, and
Yeah.
then be able to share
Absolutely.
that. Be able to share that to other people. I don't have the technicality. I don't have
Yeah,
the
exactly. It's okay. Yeah.
the mind, but I like to join. There was a I like to join and to be part of the community, the Bitcoin community. There
Yeah.
was a recent gathering back in one of the university here in Malaysia.
Yeah.
I think there's a meetup. I met Adam. I think you know Adam, right?
I know. I know.
Adam,
Yeah.
yeah. Adam was a speaker for Web3 Builder Malaysia. So there was an event. Uh, it was a event by one of the Web3, yeah, Asia Pacific University
Yeah. I
here in
know.
Malaysia. It's a private university. Uh, they opened this um talk and also sharing by they invited Mr. Adam. So they invited Adam Ashrik.
Yeah.
So, and he shared about Bitcoin Lightning Network. So I'm so happy to be able to meet him in person for the first time, because this is the first Bitcoiner that I met for the first time.
Yeah.
Trust
Yeah.
me,
Yeah.
that he's the first one. So I have yet to meet others, like Ipan, like Jerry, like Tom. There's so many others I haven't met. And yeah, it's really good to learn about like Bitcoin Lightning Network, because a lot of students over there were talking about, because their group,
Yeah.
their I would say the club is all about cryptocurrency, but they talk about shitcoin.
Yeah. I
So
know. Yeah.
we made a joke at the back. It was like, damn, there's so many shitcoiners here.
Yeah.
it
I
was
know.
it was only me and Adam during that time. It's like we were talking behind. It's like, oh, so they do not know Bitcoin wallet, and they do not know Bitcoin Lightning. And so that's when Adam was introducing about Bitcoin Lightning, and then they quite interesting for them to see it, to use it. Yeah, yeah, we had a lot of sharing going on after the sharing, and then we did networking and talked to other people, talked to some of the plebs, and have yet to become Bitcoiners. We'll see how. Still orange peel, everyone.
For sure.
So it was quite interesting, because adoption in Malaysia also, it's not yet it's not it's not to the level where, just like the Western countries, they already adopt like crazy. Um, but here people are still learning. People are thinking Bitcoin as a trade, or it's just investment. That's it. You can invest, but you cannot use Bitcoin as a legal tender. You cannot use it to, pay each other. So you cannot use it to do transaction with with other merchants or something like that. You don't have POS system that can enable you to do that.
Yeah.
So, because one thing about in Malaysia, because we are very separated in terms of uh money is controlled by the government, central government, which is Bank Negara Malaysia.
Yeah.
Another part is Security Commission is they handle the licensing or the investment, so assets or things like that. So it's really interesting because these two group needs to talk together and then try to uh, do something about Bitcoin. But when I was reading about statement of Bitcoin, it's still not yet recognized as legal tender in Malaysia, and even the
Yeah.
central bank which does not regulate the operation of Bitcoin. So of course, they will say, hey, you guys need to be cautious on the risk of associating with the usage of the digital currency. It's still in the discussion, but we have yet received any proper proceeding or
Yeah.
proper green light for us to be able to use it as a legal tender or able to
Yeah.
use it as a transaction. So that's one thing about Malaysia lah. I think that's one of the question as well that you asked whether
Yeah, exactly.
it's kind
Yeah,
of
you
like yeah,
can
it's kind of
elaborate.
related.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
I think yeah, the country is do quite the same. Because maybe they have no idea what Bitcoin is all about. That's why I try to push the for the former minister. Yeah, he already read the Bitcoin standard, right? Maybe that's the
mm,
Bible for some people in Bitcoiner, but at the same time, it's kind of pity, to say the least, that Bitcoin is not really mass adopted yet. Because some people maybe, I have no idea. Because some people are still in fiat mindset. That's
true, true,
yeah,
true.
there's no right and wrong. They can do whatever they like, but
Yeah,
eventually, the Bitcoin standard will come to play, and people will pay the price, right? So that's pretty much about it,
yeah,
right?
true.
So yeah, since you like mentioned, I mean, about the KYC itself, as you know, maybe like Strike or something have been pushed by from Bitcoin maximalists as well, because it's I guess ethical to have KYC, right? Because you not really own your keys, and maybe you have your own keys, but your data will be traded for
It will
something
be
else,
yeah.
right? Yeah, because it's privacy thing or something like that. Do you think, right, is inevitable for even though like decentralization, so to implement a KYC, or how the world will look like from your point of view?
From my point of view, KYC is a very tricky topic for me.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
Yeah. You can say
because
what we are.
because
Yeah.
because KYC one you ask for yeah, okay, from like a normal routine that we always do it at in our own country at our home. We transact value, we send ringgit, send dollar to anyone with names. We knew that person exactly, but somebody in between knows who is sending to. So it's very interesting because KYC is a very big topic in terms of Bitcoin, and people want privacy so much. So because Bitcoin uh is built in such a way that we transact value without knowing individuals' identity. The only thing that you know is the address. That's it. The address of the Bitcoin, or the address of the wallet or a place that you're sending to. Um, to incorporate KYC together with it is really really going to make things not just tricky but really really worse for others as well, because government will able to track you. You will be able to
Yeah.
see, oh, you transact this amount and value. Why didn't you pay your tax or something like that? Maybe they will say, oh, you should you should pay your tax. They will confiscate your Bitcoin or something like that.
Yeah.
So with that KYC custodian at the same time, the tendency for your Satoshi, for your Bitcoin to be confiscated by the government is very high, very very high.
Yeah.
That's my point of view, because no matter what, when you say, oh, it's custodial, it's okay, we just ask for your name and your email. That's it.
Yeah.
There's nothing else we were asking you. But it's still something because it's still asking about your name. It's still
Yeah,
asking
no.
for that detail. No matter what. Even though you say, no, I'm not giving you, even though, okay, they will definitely put a blueprint that says, hey, this is term and condition, this is the policy that we have. We're not taking any information that from you to the third party. It's, I
Yeah.
don't know, it's just still a lie to me. It's a lie.
Yeah, I know.
It
There's
will
a
eventually
politician,
be a lie
and
later
maybe at
later
first
on. And
they bring
yeah,
short-term pleasure, but as a saying, you either die hero or you live long enough to see yourself become a villain, right?
yeah,
And the
true.
politician become
Yeah.
that way, and yeah, the politician exploit the laws. I don't know.
Yeah, they will definitely the exploitation will always happen anyway. Be it a good people, be it on good people, or be it on bad people, they will exploit no matter what. They don't really care. All they care is like be able to gain certain wealth or certain advantage for themselves. They just want self gain. So with KYC is to be able to control. When you're able to control something, means you're able to, yeah, you means you'll be able to get, the next step is to be able to get their wealth, be able
Yeah,
to use their energy, be able to abuse individuals' rights, to save, to say something, to have freedom to do something. Because whatever politician you're in, whether you are pro Bitcoin, whether you are pro Nakamoto, where you are pro whatever lah, eh, at the end of the day, they still have this greed going on.
I know.
Greed
It's the
for
basic human nature,
greed
right?
for
Yeah,
advantage. Yeah, greed for power, greed for their own personal freedom and wealth. But then our freedom and wealth will be taken by them. So I think that non-custodial is still the way, no matter what. Even I'm testing this beta program with Noah. I still think non-custodial way is the only way to keep us
yeah,
self-sovereign,
yeah,
because that is what the core belief of what Nakamoto saying is that, yeah, everyone
yeah,
should have their own being self-sovereign. Everyone should have their own freedom
yeah,
of speech. Everyone should have their own freedom to generate their own wealth.
yeah,
So I don't have have is when you take so much information about an individual, which is good for you to avoid any scammers, for you to avoid any fake profile or fake individuals.
yeah,
There must be certain ways on how to do that. Of course, there must be certain ways how to do that, and
yeah,
uh, someday, sooner or later, these developers, these Bitcoin developers will create something to increase the capacity for us, or to simplify the use of non-custodial even further.
yeah,
So it's, we do not know. Maybe right now, maybe we have 10 ways of doing non-custodial. There might be more after this. I'm
yeah.
not sure, but I'm looking forward for that and continue to support their development.
Yeah, yeah, that's pretty much about it, because I see your point of view, because when it comes to like KYC free, maybe just one of those people who maybe convenient to use KYC, right? Because for the longest time, KYC it just give you more convenient to maybe like easy to understand, and then people have no idea how to figure out in the expert way. That's why I really understand the point of view of KYC, but at the same time, you're selling your freedom, and it already happened all these days,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
when it comes to like your when you see ads or social media, they're selling your data, right, to the publisher, right? So I don't know.
Yeah,
That's advertiser, right? So
that's
that's
true.
pretty much about the data. Maybe it has aligned with the Bitcoin ethos. That's when you want to become
Yeah,
free, you need to have KYC free, right? So yeah, that's pretty much about it.
yeah. You know what, Iman? You know what, Iman? This week has been really, really crazy. In terms of scammers trying to call and trying to say, "Hey, you have this transaction has not been paid. You haven't paid this bill." I was like, "Look, I never use any bills, but scammers are trying to call me, and then has been breached my data for a very long time. But I knew that these are scammers, and of course, I blocked them. But I can learn from this situation by myself that
Yeah,
wherever that I go, if I work somewhere, if I do fiat job or
yeah,
mining fiat fiat job, so I work for certain company, but I'm not going to tell. But the moment I started working with a company, that moment of point of time, I started getting scammers call.
yeah,
So it's like, I is this company really taking care of my information or not? That's the question. Or the banks that I'm associating with, are they taking care of my information or not? So I feel like um that trustworthy has gone long before, because there's no trust anymore, even though you should trust the bank.
yeah,
So I lose that confidence already. So there's no point for me to keep my money in the bank. Even if I have my salary or for this month, for example, definitely I would just go to somewhere that is not able to be confiscated or not be able to track down,
yeah,
that kind of I would just do P2P, buy and sell from somebody, and then exchange, and then they send to my Lightning, and then that's it. I'll just keep that to my cold storage. That's it. It's just crazy because I don't know. I do not know how people still think KYC is good, but
yeah,
if they really, really understand the underlying of that Bitcoin, they will know that, oh, I really need to be self-sovereign. I really need to keep myself private. Keep my information a bit less than what I'm doing right now. So that's why non KYC is very important, as well as KYC. But KYC in what kind of situation you should put KYC at. Maybe school, okay. Going to school, you need KYC, you need information. But money, no.
yeah, exactly.
Money should not be KYC.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the
wealth should not
separation
be
money and the
KYC.
state,
Your
And for the
money,
longest time,
yeah,
we,
yeah,
still have the same
yeah,
system.
yeah. You're going to school, maybe, of course, you want to do study. Okay, can. Use KYC. Of course, they need your information because the teacher is need to know who's the student are. Those are KYC thing in a more simplest form lah. And the most simplest way we can see where KYC can be implemented at and what kind of situation. But for money, because Bitcoin is 21 million,
Yeah,
there's no way to generate more than 21 million. So
absolutely.
there is a this might be exaggerated or might be too much when I say it is confirmed it's gonna be 21 million.
Yes.
There's nothing else than that. I cannot do more. I cannot print more. There's no more I can. It's just nothing. You just cannot get more. It's just 21 million. Right now, it's being mined, of course, and it's being circulated in the supply. About what, 19 million? Yeah, about 19 million currently in supply, or 18 million in
Yeah,
supply. It's right there. It shows in the blockchain. It's right there. It
yeah,
doesn't go anywhere. If you change it to fiat, of course, a bank will know where your money will go into. Oh, you get it from here. Well, how? And then they
yeah,
will tax you accordingly because you get more amount of what you should be getting. So you see. So that's why I said, yeah, KYC should be implemented somewhere that is appropriate, not money.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I agree with you. It depends on the situation and the capacity. Maybe will be implemented to CBDC and social credit score. We never know, but we also encourage
We're
people
dead.
to do KYC free. That's why it's a better way for those people to educate themselves and then learn about Bitcoin is the way to go, right? So that's pretty much
Yeah,
about it. So yeah, maybe it's already like about hour already. So
yeah,
yeah, just for fun, no financial advice. Maybe you have a specific Bitcoin target of maybe 100K or 200K for the next 2 years, no? Yeah, I don't know.
yeah. I do not
Just for
know.
fun, just for
I do
fun,
not
just for
know.
fun. Yeah.
But it's for fun. Okay, this is for fun. Let's do 100K first. Yeah, let's do 100K by next year.
Oh, by the next 2 years? Okay. Yeah. I
Yeah,
think
by
that's
next year will be, yeah, the next year will be like almost 200 100K. So we'll see.
yeah, we'll see. We can never know
Yeah,
because
yeah,
Bitcoin right now is still in decisive mode because we still
yeah,
correlated to the stock market. But when
true.
we decouple, yeah, it's only a matter of time before people get FOMO. Yeah, and that's the
Yeah.
classic one, right? So yeah,
But
it's
don't forget, yeah, don't forget about the halving time. So the
having
halving will be
2024, right?
2024.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
2024. So this is the best time to stack your sets. So I highly recommend on that part.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's pretty much about it. Okay, thank you. Thank you for your time, Jesper. It's been honor to be here.
Hey, you're
Guys,
welcome.
if you know about the affiliate link that I shared before, you can share. You can see in the link description and leave a like and subscribe to our channel, guys.